Boxing, just so pure. So pure. Shots like that.
Pure what?
Power right in the kiss. 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. Hopefully the man upstairs will be forgiving if no fans come to Sunday service. The Chiefs in the 2010-2011 season with a 10-7 record, an AFC West title, and respect from their peers in the NFL. Tamba never speaks to anyone. I honestly think he only communicates in stare. That's a slam dunk on my coverage here in Salt Lake City. Chris Frye, Kick Sports. The Redbirds in Wichita State, they were picked 1 and 2 respectively in the Valley preseason polls, but both teams aren't playing like a conference title contender. To baseball, Luke Hochevar putting on one of his best performances of the season earlier today. 7 innings of work against Boston, grabbing his 2nd straight win of the season. You know that old saying, in order to win, sometimes you got to learn how to lose. Well, the Lightning, they've lived by that mantra for the last 5 seasons. It should be a lot of fun tonight here in Salt Lake. This game tips off around 8:37 Central. Of course, we'll have plenty recap and highlights. You have to tune in to GMK on Friday morning to check that out. Anytime you can get in a practice session in basketball 3 months before the start of the season, it's always a good thing. Brown's past continues to be the hottest topic of discussion. His recruiting process, his time with the Vols program, his departure at Tennessee, and his arrival at Kansas State. Well, you want to talk about difference makers. How about today's Cake Sports Athlete of the Week, Sydney Eck out of Andale? Mike Kirchhoff has more. Welcome back. We are live in Tulsa, Oklahoma on the eve of Kansas and its 2nd round matchup against 16th seed Boston University. More on the top seeded Jayhawks in just a moment. First, Kansas State, the 5th seed in the Southeast region, taking on 12th seed Utah State. Many think that Utah State, this 12th seed, could beat Kansas State, the 5th seed. Let's take a look at the score right now and an update. And who Coach Martin is referring to with Xavier's head coach Chris Mack. He's in his 1st season for the Musketeers. He's led them to a 26-8 record overall, 14-2 in the Atlantic 10. And of course, that player you saw at the end of that piece, their sensational player, Jordan Crawford for Xavier. If you don't know who he is, he's the kid that dunked on LeBron James at the beginning of the season, and he's been tearing it up in the NCAA tournament. 27.5 points per game in 2 games in the big dance. With the exception of Clearwater, Kansas still well represented in the NBC World Series, but hey, it is still early. One of the favorites in action tonight, Hayesville facing Arvada, top 2nd. PJ Garcia for Hayesville hits one to center. That will score shocker Don Lambert. 2-run inning for Hayesville, but still down 4-3 right now. Up to the 2nd. We are tied at 6 at Lawrence Dumont, 8th inning. Park City and San Diego this evening. Wade Morrison for the Rangers, striking out all 3 batters, bottom 1st. Park City finally getting on the board in the 2nd. Josh Piper with the ground out. 2nd baseman can't field it. That plates 1 to the 7th. Raj Macy smacks one over the 2nd baseman's head. That will score another run, but Park City falling tonight 4-3. Hutchinson and South Bay playing in an elimination contest. Tied at 2 in the 7th. Thomas Holliday unties it, singles to left. 3-2 Monarchs. Some insurance in the 8th with an RBI fielder's choice by Andy Petts. Ty Hibbert beats the throw home. Hutch wins 4-2. Staying alive to the majors, Royals and Baltimore, and a big 6th inning for Kansas City. 2 on for Yamiko Navarro, and a liner right over 3rd baseman Mark Reynolds. 2 runs cross the dish, 7-4. Next batter, Corey Getz. A little blue shot to center, and it's going to fall. 2 more come on in. 3-run 1st, 6-run 6th for KC. Royals winning back-to-back games, 9-4. The final, after the NFL and its players ratified a new 10-year collective bargaining agreement earlier today, that meant free agents were finally allowed to participate in team activities. For the Chiefs, the biggest news of the day came with linebacker Tamba Ali agreeing to a 5-year deal worth around $60 million, a minimum of $35 million guaranteed. Also, unrestricted free agent cornerback Brandon Carr signed his tender to remain in KC, and 3rd-round pick Justin Houston agreed to a 4-year deal. And the prize pick in free agency, receiver Steve Breston, addressing the media for the first time earlier today. In Lawrence, the Jayhawks opening fall camp today. Year 2 for Turner Gill will be much different than year 1. Record-wise, still an unknown, but right now, social media disabled from the KU football program. The college football preseason poll released today. 5 teams from the Big 12 ranked. Oklahoma takes the top spot. Oklahoma State at number 8, Texas A&M at 9, Missouri and Texas 21st and 24th respectively. Finally, the Big 12 releasing its basketball schedule today. You can find KU's schedule, and they open up with Kansas State on January 4th in the year versus Texas on March 3rd. You can find KU and K-State schedule on our web channel, clicking the sports link at KAKE.com. Larry.
Love that interstate rivalry.
No question.
Oh, it's always fun.
A bit of deja vu here on this Saturday afternoon in St. Joe for day 2 of Chiefs training camp. Sort of like day 1. Guys still trying to get back into the groove of things. They're trying to get their legs back. They're also trying to get back into the playbook. Of course, the lockout prevented anybody from talking to coaches or even reading a playbook. And the clock is ticking on the first preseason game under 2 weeks away. So in essence, it's a sprint, not a marathon.
Getting conditioned, that's the best part right now. That's the main part. It's not really about scheme right now. It's about getting everybody on the same page, condition-wise, and get everybody up to speed on basic information of defense and offense.
It was great to get back out on the field with the guys, start working on some route concepts, getting our timing down, and getting to some team situations at the end there.
Every day we got to be evaluating, where the progress we're making, and with a with a little more limited window to get ready for games, I just think we will adjust at different times according to how the team's responding, physically more than anything else.
In St. Joseph, Missouri, Chris Frye, KAKE Sports.
Got under a little bit, don't lean back.
The game of soccer. It requires an incredible amount of patience. The Wichita Lightning have dominated the area for the last 5 seasons in under-13 soccer, but standing in the way of complete supremacy in the state.
Austin, way to cover, go.
The soccer powerhouses in the Kansas City area. Now, as a collective unit, the tide has finally turned, and the Lightning are ready to strike for something more.
It's not about any individual on the team. It's about the entire team. We're going to win or lose as a team.
What's the best thing about being on this team?
Probably that we win a lot and we're able to win.
You know that old saying, in order to win, sometimes you got to learn how to lose. Well, the Lightning, they've lived by that mantra for the last 5 seasons. Now, in 2011, this team can enjoy the sweetness of victory with a trip to Titletown. For the first time in their organization's history, the Lightning will play in a regional tournament in Green Bay, Wisconsin this weekend in hopes of advancing to the national tourney in Phoenix.
Feels really good because that's a place that I haven't been to. I don't know about the other players. It's just brand new for everybody, so we just can't wait until we get there, and hopefully we have fun with it.
The main thing, we want to get better, and you get better by playing competition like this, and we plan to represent our team in Wichita.
In Southeast Wichita, Chris Frye, KAKE Sports.